Towards her stall. We're right to run.
We'll be waiting for an attendant.
Set for a start.
Everyone else just be ready, please.
Light flashing. Gate spring racing. First to get going from the inside, Maz and Me began brilliantly. Go Crying and missed the start, went back with Depara, now taking them on and burning them off. Billy Ain't Silly shortly after the break, and at the 1200, Billy Ain't Silly surges to the front. He quickly headed off Me and Taz, who'd posied up running second. Over on the outside, then going forward, Tin Snip, a length and a half away behind those. Then Minnie Winnie on the outside of Amelia's Contraire. Luke's Choice pushes up underneath of those, followed by Denim Pack. Further back to 1 Point Lady, then Go Crying. Further back on the field then is Holy Ghost to Para last. 750 to go. The favourite Billy Ain't Silly leads the way. Taking it on Me and Taz as they come down the side of the track. 10 Snips a length and a half off them, getting a great run at the 600. Followed further back then by Minnie Winnie, also in a handy spot to the turn. Followed by Luke's Choice, Amelia's Contraire. They're being followed over on the outside by Denim Pack. Holy Ghost, Go Crying well back with 1 Point Lady. Depara on the point of the home corner, and over on the outside Me and Taz goes up and ranges up to join Billy Ain't Silly. Down the outside, Minnie Winnie's cutting loose though with a big run. Dashes up quickly out near the middle of the track. Minnie Winnie goes to the front from Billy Ain't Silly. Battling back 10 Snip with 100 left to go. Minnie Winnie's in front. Billy Ain't Silly is coming again. Billy Ain't Silly regains the lead from Minnie Winnie. Billy Ain't Silly, he lifted after getting headed to beat Minnie Winnie. Behind them for third either 10 Snip or Holy Ghost, running on to Para. Amelia's Contraire, Denim Pack wider out. They were followed home then by 1 Point Lady and Go Crying. Next in, pulling up behind them then is Luke's Choice. And the last to greet the judge, Me and Taz, had compounded from the home corner. Brave win here by Billy Ain't Silly, ridden by Lakdar Romilly. The 3-year-old headed in the home straight. After working his way to the lead, but he has fought, found and made it 3 in a line. A hat-trick completed by Billy Ain't Silly from the Colin Webster stable. The 3-year-old under the vigour of Lakdar Romilly kicks back to beat Minnie Winnie, who had been targeted at very long odds to win. Mitch Pateman hitting the front and then folding up late with 1 Tin Snip in third placing in front of 7 Holy Ghost, and Depara finishing on into 5th place. A short neck, 1 length, the margins in 124.08, owned by Bill and Patricia Robinson. And I'm All the Talk, Tiara Mack, 3-year-old, trained by Colin Webster, and now wins 4 from 7. Defeats Minnie Winnie, who they took $31 for in early markets. 36.83 is the sectional off their time of 124.08. Minnie Winnie by Danehill Express out of Auntie Winnie, Quentin Jackson, Mitch Pateman, and 1 Tin Snip by Snippet Son from Mabel Grace for David and Sonny Brett Elsgood, trained by Adam Durant, written by Clint Johnston Porter. So it's the favourite that gets home in the last, but had to really rally and fight hard to regain the ascendancy after being headed off by Minnie Winnie out near the middle of the course. As we go down into the yard, Brittany Taylor joining us along with Colin Webster, who heads down there as well, and he certainly has this 3-year-old in the zone this campaign, Britt.
Oh, does he ever? And I think it's a nice birthday present for Mrs. Webster, who celebrated a birthday yesterday, Colin.
That's right. She had a lovely day yesterday, and this tops it off.
Even better with a winner. How proud are you of Billy Ain't Silly? What a horse he is turning into.
Well, he's a really tough horse, isn't he? A 3-year-old to take on the older horses, and he's a very fast horse. He can lead, but he shows enormous determination at the finish of a race, and I think that's to his credit.
That's exactly what we saw today. What were your thoughts in the concluding stages? Were you confident that his tenacity would get him over the line?
Halfway up the straight, I was counting third stake money.
It looked that way for a moment there, didn't it? But is it just the horse and his sheer grit and determination to win?
It is. He just doesn't want to lay down. He just wants to get to the line first, and it really showed out today.
He wins. That's his 3rd win in a row this campaign. Is he still travelling really well behind the scenes, that we can see plenty more of him in this preparation?
He is. He's absolutely doing a treat. He's doing very well in the stable, and the staff down at Kalgoorlie Street look after him beautifully. and he gets plenty of attention down there because he deserves it.
He's getting plenty of attention right now as well, because you're right, he does deserve it. What a star he's turning into. Well done.
Thank you very much, Sue.
Colin Webster there after the victory of Billy Ain't Silly. It's not easy for any horse to win 3 in a line, and he makes it his 4th career win from 7 starts, and has placed it to another 2 as well. So it's an imposing record that he has built, and Lakhdar Rumley piloted him perfectly, and we saw it right there, the determination of the horse. Colin was counting the money for 3rd halfway up the straight, because it did look that way, but to the course's credit, he really dug deep.
He certainly did, Britt. He was able to burn across, and then me and Taz popped off to sit outside of him. They looked like they went along at a really good clip, and turning for home, Lucky, did you feel like you're under a bit of pressure?
Just around halfway to the straight, then I could feel the pressure coming in, but the horse just fight again, kick up again.
That horse on the outside of Mitchell's, did it get past you? Did it hit the front?
So I saw it like his head got past me, and mine just keep on fighting back.
Are you pretty proud of Billy for his effort there?
Yeah, very good horse.
What about the feedback from some of those punters on the fence on the way back in?
Yeah, great.
Well done, Lucky.
Thank you.
They wouldn't make that much noise in Mauritius, would they? Actually, I think they do. I think they're a very vocal sort of crowd there. But you're right, they made a big noise for Billy Ain't Silly coming back in. A big crowd on the fence, actually. They must have all been on Billy. And that wraps up a big day here from Ascot Sires Produce Stakes. And what about some of those rides in the Sires? How good were they?
We watched it in replay. You see Patrick Carberry staying off the fence. As soon as he started to move into the moving line, Troy Turner, who was that stage, was 3, and then 4 back the fence, was following Paddy Carberry through. Then Sean O'Donnell followed Troy Turner through. So the horses that all ran 1, 2, 3 were probably the 3 best rides in the race. It was a massive run by Hoi An.
They were absolute brilliant rides. They really were. Go back and watch the replay of the Sires. Thanks for your company throughout today's racing. It's been a pleasure. And Scotty, we'll have all the form for you tomorrow from Geraldton.